Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
Along the third base foul line. Number 1 is Dalton Thielen. Number 3 is Carter Ronto. Number 34 is Brennan O'Brien. Number 21, Dylan Jude. Number 23, Grady Notch. Number 25, Aaron Buddy. Number 21, DJ Schleifer. The bat boys are Graham Bacchus and Matt Bacchus. And the manager is number 4, Blaine Ottman. The draftees for the Royals, from the Farming Flames, number 16, Adam Neibauer. Also from the Flames, number 22, Adam Winkles. Is anybody not named Adam in Farming, by the way? And from the Luxembourg Brewers, number 22 is Brady Kenning. Now here's your starting lineup for the Richmond Royals. Batting first, playing third base, number 7 is Chase Elshire. Batting second, right field, number 31 is Cameron Miller. Batting third, the catcher, number 22, Cole Schmitz. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 11 is Sam Holthouse. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 12 is Justin Schrader. Batting sixth, second baseman, number 13, Kyle Buddy. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 5 is Dusty Adams. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 2 is Carter Thielen. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 8 is Adam Bacchus. And on the mound, number 27, Luke Jokra. Let's hear it for your Richmond Royals.
Did you get 4 notches for 1 beer?
Now let's meet the Dumont Saints. Number 5 is Braden Hofer. Number 17, Jake Volker. Number 18 is Cameron Murdahl. Number 20 is Nate Johnson. Number 21 is Ty Peterson. Number 23, Caden Spivey. Draftees from the Ortonville Rocks. Number 7 is Justin Downs. From the Benson Plowboys, Sam Lenars. Now let's meet the starting lineup. I'm going to hold that jersey for the end, okay? The starting lineup for the Dumont Saints. Batting first, the shortstop, number 24 is James Paul. Batting second, the pitcher, number 22 is Jordan Roos. Batting third, the third baseman, number 7 is Matt Thielen. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 8 is Eric Keto. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 19, Trent Bestland. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 4, Mason Lampy. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 13, Pat Kusatz. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 3, Eli Larson. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 1, Carson Murdahl. And on the mound, number 10 is Jack Hewitt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, attention, please. There's one more player I would like to introduce. Drafted from the Chilkaya Coyotes, number 17, Todd Werthel. Ladies and gentlemen, recently Todd Werthel passed away, and he is not able to be with us. Can we have just a moment of silence for Todd Werthel of the Chilkaya Coyotes? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for your Dumont Saints. We got a national anthem, so let's play ball.
Game number 2 for us here at Belfield in Faribault is Richmond taking on Dumont. We are pumped to be here on the call. Greg Wilford on camera. I am Eric Murphy, everybody. Welcome to the Neighborhood Sports Network. We get our score bug up here. Lineups are in. You heard the full rosters here as Dumont will take the field. Dumont got a bye in round 1. They will be the home team. Let's start out with Richmond back in the state tournament and looking for a bit of revenge. Richmond took out Hinckley in round 1. And now a rematch from last year's first round of the tournament. The Royals did lose to the Saints. The Royals, managed by player manager Blaine Affman, ended up 8-5 in Stearns County South this year, took second in the league. For Dumont, Saints representing the Orlando Ducks League in the top seed out of Region 9C. They come in with 16-3 overall record, back-to-back state tournament appearances for the Saints, third trip in the last 4 years. And as mentioned last year, the Saints took out Richmond in the first round, made it all the way to the Sweet 16, a run that ended eventually at the hands of state champion Sobieski. So starting for the Saints, you can see out there player manager Jordan Roos, and he has been tough this year. So Jordan, in 14 games pitched, an 8-1 record, a 1.06 ERA. He'll be facing a lineup. The Royals, Jace Alshire will lead us off. Then it'll be Cameron Miller, Cole Schmitz, Sam Holdhouse, Justin Schrader, Kyle Buddy, Dustin Adams, Carter Thielen, and Adam Backus. The winner of this game gets the winner of our first game here today. That was the Stark Longhorns outlasting Bemidji in a wonderful and crazy game. The Stark Longhorns making it to the Sweet 16. They will play in Dundas next Friday against the winner of our matchup right here between these two squads. Jordan Roos will start it off. Into Alshire. He skies that one to right. As we saw in the first game, the ball is carrying a bit, and that one is just foul. So Chase tries to knock one down left field side. Hits were hard to come by in our first game here today. We got started about 50 minutes late. Storms last night, and then rain again this morning. Grounds crew did just a great job here at Belfield to get us playing in 50 minutes, and our first game took just about 2 hours. So this game starting nearly an hour after originally scheduled, so getting us back on track a bit for the Longhorns of Stark and the Blue Ox of Bemidji. Blue Ox sent home after a 17-1 season to get here, as Roos paints the outside corner, and Jordan has a strikeout to start things off.
Batting second for Richmond, the right fielder, number 31, is Cameron Miller.
Cameron Miller, the right fielder for the Royals. And the Royals taking out Hinckley in round 1 last week. As Roos fires in strike number 1 to Miller. Richmond, not a full squad here today, missing center fielder and leadoff hitter normally Dalton Thielen, who happens to be a starting wide receiver for Gustavus Adolphus. And that one ripped up the middle and through the right side. Looked like it was Gonna start up the middle, kind of came back a little bit, so a single for Miller. First base runner of the day for Richmond. Before Sunday's win, Richmond was 0-6 in the state tournament since 1998. Managed by Blaine Athman. His dad, Gary, managed the Royals from in 98, when they took second place, by the way, in the state tournament. So family ties running deep here for the Royals. 15th overall appearance for Richmond. A quick timeout here as Cole Schmidt's falling ball makes Mason lampy a little bit. So Roos is going to give him a second to collect himself. 0-1 the count. 1 out, 1 on for Richmond. Got a great lineup here. Things have shifted around a couple times as they've scrambled to try to find enough fields after yesterday's rainouts. We are back on schedule with just 3 games here at Belfield today. Watertown Cold Spring should be a good one coming up next. Watertown, after that magical run last year, they look better than ever. But a sneaky second round matchup against a really good Cold Spring team. No, 2-1 the count now on Schmitz. Oh, fouled back. Dumont, we'll mention, we work our way through the lineup. The veteran team, kind of a changing of the guard, it sounds like, maybe for the Saints. Dumont drawing from the Wheaton area. Actually play their games in Wheaton. They no longer have a field in Dumont. Now dribbled toward third. The play is to first. 2 outs, and Miller moves down to second base.
Batting fourth for the Royals, first baseman number 11 is Sam Holthouse.
That was Matt Thielen making the play at third. Bring up Sam Holthouse. Swung on a miss, strike one. Holthouse batted .345 this year. 2 home runs, 5 doubles. A good batter, the 4 spot here in the lineup for the Royals. Pitch from Roos outside, 1-1 this count. Bruce comes back over on the outside corner, 1-2, nice pitch. And Jordan, as tough as they come out there for Dumont. Another great season for them. And he goes right back there, that one just a bit high. Put along that one as well. So 2-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on second. Richmond have the dish. And the grays with the blue helmets, blue trim. Dumont, those beautiful orange and white jerseys. 2-2 pitch from Roos. Comes on the inside, it's fisted to third. Thielen's there. Out number 3. Dumont is through the top of the first. They'll come up to bat next, live on NSPN.TV.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Bottom of the first inning, and Dumont coming up for the first time. We'll start off with James Paul playing short, then Jordan Roos, who we saw in the mound of the first inning, will bat second. Matt Thielen, third base, will bat third. Then it'll be Eric Deal. Trent Beslin is DHing. Then it's Mason Lampe, Pat Kuzatz, Eli Larson, and Carson Modal is your lineup for Dumont. They're facing pitcher Luke Jokla, lefty. 2-0 count quickly to James Paul. Works it back inside, gets the call, 2-1. So Jokla in 9 appearances, a 4-1 record, 2.32 ERA for the Royals. Oh, 2-2 the count. Outside pitch, and Paul does not chase, so count is full. Back right down the pipe, and that one's going to drop. The question is, how many bases will Paul get? Good job cutting it off in center field. Throw comes in, and it actually holds Paul to first. What a play out there in center field. It's Carter Thielen. We've got Thielens on both sides. Carter cutting that one off out there. You know, the grass still probably damp, so not a lot of takeoff there as Jordan Roos comes up now, shows bunt, pulls it back, 1-0 the count. Holding Paul to a single. Roos clearly looking to move him up. So fun story about Luke Jokla, the starting pitcher here for Richmond. Back this season after a 4-year absence, he was pursuing a bull riding career. So Jokla drops that one in. His pitching counterpart, 1-1 the count. So Jokla stopped the bull riding. He's back here, number 1 pitcher for the Royals, facing this really good Dumont team. Well, Nick's the outside corner here, 1-2 the count now on Roos. Way outside, that one slipped out of his hand, 2-2 the count. Mentioned Dumont trying from the Wheaton area. Richmond primarily made up of the Ricori School District grads. We've got Cold Spring coming up next. Obviously baseball rich in that area. 2 Cold Springs teams, Richmond. Two and two, still the count, nobody out. 1 on 4, Dumont. Trying to get him to chase in the dirt. Count is full. Bruce fights that one off, staying with it. Count is still full. So Jordan used to play for Roscoe in the Stearns County League. He was actually drafted by Richmond in his first year of amateur ball, so some familiarity between the two as the 3-2 pitch is taken for strike three. So Jokla gets the big strikeout. What a battle there against Roos.
Batting third for the Dumont Saints, third baseman number 7, Matt Thielen.
Matt Thielen, third baseman, now comes to the dish. Now with a .419 average this season, so clearly their best hitter. Roos, by the way, batted .405, so he's no easy out in the lineup either. Jokla right down the pipe there, 1-1 the count. Power from Thielen as well. 3 home runs on the year. Outside corner, there it is. We saw it in the first game here. The umpire switching. That's Mike Lynch now behind the plate, but outside corner there and open for business. 0-2 the count. Swung on and driven to center field. Thielen going back, and it's off the fence. Paul hustling into third as that one ricocheted out. A 1-out double for Matt Thielen over Carter Thielen's head in center field. And just like that, runners on second and third for the Saints for Eric Deal, the cleanup hitter.
Number 8 is the first baseman, Eric Deal.
Deal batting .346 this year, the big lefty. And again, we've mentioned the changing of the guard. Eric Deal playing in his 25th and final season for the Saints. Wow, what a veteran career big lefty has had. Deal, their first baseman, takes strike one from Jokla. Big spot here, second and third, 1 out. In the dirt, 1-1. So James Paul standing on third base. We saw lead off with a single, also playing in his final season. 20 amateur seasons for him, 10 with the Saints. Deal takes a good hack at it. 1-2 the count. Saw some of the Watertown team trickle in already. Everything backed up here a little bit. I'm sure the majority of the teams will be here early and catch most of the action here. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Jokla. Throw still has to come down to first. First base not occupied. Richmond makes the play easily enough. 2 outs now. Trent Besselin in the DH role for hitting for right fielder Jake Ulick. Jokla trying to work that inside corner a little bit too far in. 1-0 the count. And goes to the other side now and gets the call. 1-1 the count. Well, that one off speed, hacks at it at short plays to first, makes it on the run, and Jokla gets out of the first inning jam, second and third, 1 out. He gets the strikeout, the ground out And we are scoreless after one live on NSPN.TV.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Get your state tournament t-shirts, your memories for the state tournament. Don't be alarmed, folks. Don't be alarmed. It's the sunshine. You've seen it a few days ago. Don't be alarmed. There's sunshine.
Yeah, the sun indeed has come out here. First time today at Belfield in Faribault. Welcome sign after all that water last night and this morning. Dumont made a little bit of noise in the bottom of the first, second, and third, one out, but Luke Jokel able to get his way out of the jam. So we head to the top of the second inning. Justin Schrader, the DH, will lead things off for Richmond. They're kind of shifting him over a bit at third, actually big time with the shortstop playing on the other side of second base, so huge shift. Schrader thinking maybe he could bunt his way onto base there. Schrader, a .377 hitter this season. And obviously, splits tell us that he apparently hits it to the right side quite a bit. 1-1 the count, and does spray to the left side, but it's sky high. And running underneath it and making the grab is Carson Modal for out number one.
Next up for Richmond, the second baseman, number 13, is Kyle Buddy.
Kyle Buddy coming to the plate. Kyle hit .278 this year. .22 hits on the upper half in the lineup for Richmond. 1-1 the count as Roos tosses one in there. 1-2 as that one is fouled down the third base line. We're just trying to bend that one in there a bit high. 2-2 the count, one out. Top two, Richmond and Dumont. His buddy's able to hang on that pitch. There, Richmond had one single, courtesy Cameron Miller, made it to second base in the first inning. So both teams putting together some threats in the first. That one ripped to center. It will not get down. Again, the ball drifting here today in Faribault. Kazatz in center field takes care of it. 2 outs.
Next up, batting 7 for the Royals. The left fielder, number 5, is Dusty Adams.
We're going to bring up Dusty Adams, another lefty here, and the left fielder today for Richmond. Dusty, 295 hitter. Let's see, Roos, very important for him is location. Right now, again, that now inside corner to lefties is open, so 1-1 to count. Comes right back in there, strike two, 1-2. Dribbled towards second, gloved, and play goes to first. 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Roos. Bottom two coming up next from Belfield.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
We move on to the bottom of the second here in Faribault, Belfield. Class C state tournament second round. Winner moves on to the Sweet 16 to take on the Stark Longhorns, who won in a exciting fashion over Bemidji in our first game here. Again, we're backed up about 50 minutes as they worked feverishly to get the field ready after more rain this morning. Great job by the grounds crew.
Here's another important update. In the beer cave,
Field in great condition. The conditions did come into play a couple times. There was such a pitcher's duel that early on it wasn't really a factor, but we did see a couple players slip in that first game. But as the sun has come out a little bit here, we have a slight breeze, things drying up out there. And leading us off here in the bottom of the second will be Mason Lampy, the catcher.
leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Dumont Saints. The catcher, number 4, is Mason Lampy.
So in case you're wondering what people will do to show up and rep their communities for amateur balls, so Mason, along with Carson Modal, is coming up here in a little bit. They flew in on a 4-seat plane from Waterford City, North Dakota. They had one of their really good friends got married yesterday, so they flew in this morning on a 4-seat plane. That's a true story. That is called dedication. And I remember being a young man and being at a wedding, so I don't know what kind of condition they're in, but we're going to find out. It's 2-1 the count now on Mason. One hit to shallow right again. It's hanging out there, so play easily made by Cameron Miller.
Batting 7th for the Saints. Next up, center fielder number 14, Pat Cusatz.
Pat Cusatz now comes to the dish, the center fielder. That's 295 hitter this year. One of their threats if he can get on base, 4 stolen bases this season. Count now on Cusatz. Count is full now. 1 out. Bottom 2. And another base runner now for the Saints as Kuzat stays patient and draws the walk. So 1 out, 1 on.
Next up for the Saints, the second baseman, number 3, is Eli Larson.
Eli Larson, second baseman, comes up. Eli, 346 hitter. Pretty good for your 8th hitter in the lineup. One on the count now. Pitching on display. Imagine the weekend between. So you make it to the Sweet 16. You can throw your aces. Last updated, Dundas, Brownton, and Isanti are 2-2 in the 10th inning. It's another tight battle over there as throw goes to first. As mentioned, we had pitchers duel for about 8 innings in our first game before things got a little wily. Stark exploding for 6 runs in the top of the 9th inning. As that one ripped off of the glove at third. Good rip there from Eli. We'll assume that'll be a hit. So Dumont again threatening second and third with 1 out. We saw in the first inning. Now first and second with 1 out. And here's Carson Modal, as mentioned, fresh off of a plane from North Dakota and into the lineup for the Saints. And he takes ball 1 from Jokla. So Carson, a 342 hitter. Wow. Some punch at the end of this lineup here for Dumont. Trying to break through on Jokla. 2-1 count now. Modal reaching for that one. 2-2. See him shaking his head. Jokla. An outside pitch. They'll keep throwing it if they're going to swing at it. And the number 9 hitter with 2 on. And a spin to second. A little bit of a deliberate move there. So easily getting back is Kuzats. Ripped through the left side, and Kuzats is going to try to score. The throw comes home. It will not be in time. Now third. They've got Larson caught, trying to make it to third. So they get the out there, but not before Kuzats comes in with the run. Carson Modal at the RBI single. Again, Larson cut down over there. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. And James Paul, the veteran who singled his first time up and was stranded at third base. Mention James Paul, another one of these players in his final season. 20 years in amateur ball, his 10th with Dumont. Love to try to help his team get back to the Sweet 16 for the second straight season. Jokla is testing that outside corner again, but a little too far out. So 1-1 the count now. And that time Paul does chase it. Jokla's going to live out there. Still just 1 out now. Actually, there are 2 outs. Excuse me. Well, and he stays out there, but this one lined to second. All over that one is Kyle Buddy. And Jokela's out of the inning, but Dumont able to strike for a run. 1-0 Saints as we head to the 3rd.
After 2 complete innings,
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Move along to the top of the 3rd inning. Dumont, 2 innings they've threatened both times in the 1st and 2nd inning. Able to strike, score a run. Carson Modell's RBI single, putting the Saints in front. Jordan Roos goes back to work. He'll face the 8, 9, and number 1 hitter in the lineup for Richmond. Carter Thielen starting us off, the center fielder. Well, 2-0 the count quickly on Carter. He swung on and missed. We mentioned Dalton Thielen, their normal center fielder and leadoff batter, playing college football, Gustavus. So not here with this Richmond squad. That is part of the deal. The state tournament this time of the year. If you lean on some of these college guys and they're multi-sport athletes. That one fouled off of the Dumont dugout. Now 2-2 the count. Again, this is the middle of 3 games here today at Belfield. Watertown taking on Cold Spring coming up. Originally scheduled for 4:30, that game was. This game originally scheduled for 1:30, started about an hour late. Full count, outside. Great at bat from Carter Thielen. Drawing the walk. Second base run of the day for Richmond. Now Adam Baucus comes to the dish. I mentioned Luke Jokela, 4-year absence from Richmond. Baucus, after 5 years, returning to play shortstop for the Royals. Thinking bunt, ball 1. Well, Deal is going to stay over at first. See if Baucus tries to go that way. And an outside pitch, 2-0 the count. Got Matt Thielen at third for Dumont coming way in, but Deal to stay at first to hold the runner Carter Thielen. Thinking about it again, and this time it's a called strike, so 2-1 the count. Check on the runner. And he does indeed get it down the first base line. Deal's got to come up to make the play. And what are they going to call here? And he wants an appeal. They're going to call Bacchus by going way out of the baseline to slide around him. And they want home plate umpire Lynch. Here comes Blaine Athman. He wants to talk about it as well. Blaine telling his team to settle down. Bacchus hasn't left first base yet, but he has been called out. So he has accomplished getting the runner down to first at least. I guess technically that would go down as a sack. Bacchus not too pumped about it, but Athman says, I said my piece. Let's move on. So we turn over the order now. Chase Alshire comes up, struck out looking his first time up. But Richmond rally time now. Second time this game they've had a runner as far as second base. A walk, and a sacrifice bunt. Pitch. There's the outside corner, 1-1. Really check on the runner at second. And Thielen took one to the ribs there. That throw went, bounced, and hit the dirt first, I think, and then bounced right into him. He's going to collect his breath, apparently. Well, that's not the rib cage. So they're going to give him a second to kind of walk that one off. They'll give Lampy and Roos a minute to talk things over. They gave Thielen a breather. In the meantime, a 1-1 count on Alshire. Again, one out here. Richmond threatening with a runner at second. It's Thielen. Roos way outside, 2-1. Three-one count. Roos already surrendered one walk here in the inning. Comes back in, wrapped to second. Larson gathers, throws to first for out number 2. Moving down to third on the play is Thielen. So Richmond playing small ball at its best here with the sack bunt, now moving the runner over.
The batter is right fielder Cameron Miller.
That'll bring up Cameron Miller, who, as mentioned, singled and made it to second base back in the first inning. Pitches outside, 1-0. Richmond making Roos work for it here. Line in the count again is Jordan. Pitch is high, 3-0. And he takes a 4th straight ball. Roos doesn't like that call. So Cameron Miller on base again. Runners on first and third now for Cole Schmitz. Schmitz grounded out his first time up. Schmitz, the catcher, batting .354 this year. From the number 3 spot in the lineup. And things tightening up a bit. The call was probably high on that pitch. Roos fires that one pretty much right down the middle. Skied high. Is it going to stay in play? It will, but can anybody make a play? Yes, indeed. What a play by Matt Thielen. Wow. So Thielen comes over. That ball was way up there and drifting. Lampy was in the area. But Thielen comes swooping in for the underhand catch, and out number 3. Roos wiggles out of the jam, still 1-0 Saints.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Plenty of base runners to go around both sides here. The first 2.5 innings. Dumont, their second time through the lineup. Jordan Roos will lead things off. Jordan wiggled his way out of a first and third jam on the mound. The top of the third. Struck out his first time up against Luke Jokla. Roos. I think 405 this year at the dish. So doing it on the mound and at the plate for Dumont. Also their manager, by the way. The man in the middle of everything here for these Saints. 0-2. And stuck with that one. Can he squib it up the middle? He'll have a hit. So Roos, wow, great patience that time. And just stuck with that one. It wasn't the hardest hit ball in the world, as Kyle Buddy had a beat on it, but he had to dive for it. Then it ricocheted off his glove. And now it's Matt Thielens, who we saw make that great defensive play. Stepping up to the plate here with an opportunity. He doubled his first time up as well. So that is a hit for Roos. Hit number 5 for Dumont already against Jokla. Just nibbling away here at Jokla. So 1-1's a count here. That one ripped to second, and another tough play as it ricochets off of Buddy. He has no play. It's a hard hit ball. It kind of got caught in between and then ricocheted off of him. So we'll see what they decide on that one. They're going to give him an error. So tough inning for Buddy. Unless you smother it, that's a tough one. They took one kind of like a hockey goalie there as well. There's big Eric Deal stepping in. Prime opportunity again for Eric. First and second, nobody out. Dumont is threatened in every inning. Now Deal shows bunt with the pitches in the dirt. 1-1 to count. I mentioned Deal about at .345 this year. His final season playing amateur ball. That one right down the middle, but he just missed it. They're going to have to make a play out there, and it's on the ground, so all runners will move up. Carter Thielen was on his horse but couldn't get there in time. Cameron Miller from right field also trying to get there. But it drops in, and that'll be a hit. So now 2 hits and an error, and we've got bases loaded with nobody out. None of the hits have really been decisive. I mean, it was Roos up the middle. And a hard hit ball right at Buddy. And he was charged with a tough error on, and then Deal just drops it into no man's land. So now we've got bases loaded and nobody out for Trent Besselin. And we mentioned James Paul and Eric Deal playing in their final season. Trent Besselin also playing in his. We've got 3 guys right here in the middle of this lineup for Dumont, trying to make the most of their last run here. The veteran Dumont group. He takes strike 1 from Jokla. Big spot for Besselin. Grounded out his first time up. Fouls that one off quickly behind 0-2. And strike 3 right down the middle. 3 pitches, and Besselin heads back to the dugout. Man, what a strikeout for Jokla.
Next up for the Saints, the catcher,
Mason Lampy now coming up to the dish. He flew out his first time up. He was on that one, but fouls it back to the netting. Mason, a .333 hitter this year for Dumont. We mentioned fresh off of the airplane. In a big spot here, bases juiced, 1 out. Grounder toward third. If they can't make the double play, that'll get another run home, and Lampy beats it. So it's 2-0 Dumont. And a fielder's choice RBI. Yeah, Roos in on the play for run number 2. Thielen moves up to third, so it's still first and third, now 2 out, of course. And Pat Kuzats is at the dish. He drew a walk his first time up. A little ahead of that one, trying to drop it into right field. And it is a foul ball. Wow, that was close. Cameron Miller was over there to try to make the play as well. Get another long run out there. Yeah, Kuzats trying to drop that one down the right field line. This time knocks it right on top of us here in the grandstand. So quickly 0-2 on Kuzats. Outside corner, strike 3. And Jokla, all things considered, does a nice job to work his way out of that one. So 1 run on 2 hits and an error. Bases were loaded. And Dumont able to push only 1 across. They lead it 2-0 after 3.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
As we head to the 4th inning in Faribault, final from over in Dundas, Isanti outlasting Broughton 3-2 in extra innings. What a game. Well, great games to start things off, including our first game here, a 7-3 victory for Stark, a game that was 1-1 going into the 9th inning. And they will play the winner of the Dumont Saints and Richmond Royals. Currently Dumont with a 2-0 lead, a pair of runs in the 2nd and 3rd innings. And now it's Jordan Roos back out there, battled control if you will. Strike zone tightened up a bit, but walked a couple batters last inning. Now faces Sam Holthouse. Sam flew out his first time up. Jordan has only surrendered 1 hit thus far. With Richmond behind, that's a fair ball. Modal down to Deal, and 1 out.
Next up for the Royals, the designated hitter, Justin Schrader.
Justin Schrader designated hitter now comes up. He flew out his first time out. And Schrader, an impressive 377 average. And 69 at bats. But Jordan Roos, another stellar season for him. Player manager, one of the top hitters on this team. Scored the second run here. That one is driven to center field. It's deep and it is gone. A solo shot for Justin Schrader. And the Richmond Royals cut the deficit in half, now 2-1.
That home run measured by laser link at 363 feet. Nice hit by Justin Schrader. Next up, the second baseman, Kyle Buddy.
Good shot to center. So as mentioned, trying to solve Roos, and right away, Schrader with a one-out blast to center field, and it's 2-1. So now it's Kyle Buddy, the second baseman. Roos, this is more what we saw in the last couple innings, falling behind in the count. And Buddy flew out his first time out. And quickly behind 3-0 now is Roos. And Jordan communicating with him this week. Said they would not rely on draftees for pitching, most likely. Pushes across, strike one. Matt Thielen, the expected backup here today for Roos, as Jordan now has the count full, trying to battle back here. Again, one out. A Schrader home run, putting Richmond on the board. Roos trying to settle back in. 3-2 pitch. Grounder to second. Larson tries to smother it, but it squirts through. Back-to-back hits now for Richmond. His Buddy is aboard for the first time here today. So Richmond entered the inning with just one hit on Roos. Now back-to-back home run and a single. And Dusty Adams comes up. He grounded out to second his first time out. Inside, 1-0. Roos wants to talk things over now with Lampy. That one gets away from Lampy momentarily. See Roos battling the control again here. Again behind in the count, it's 2-0. These two, as mentioned earlier, played in the first round last year. A tight game, 4-3 win for Dumont. One right down the pike, 2-1. Wrap to second, Larson. First out, and the relay, no. Good stretch over there by Deal. How about that veteran showing the flexibility? Well, good opportunity on the turn there, but it was hit just a little bit too slow. Larson got rid of it quickly. And James Paul on the relay, the stretching Deal. to bring up Carter Thielen, center fielder today for Richmond. Walked his first time up. Swung on and missed. Gets the corner here, 0-2 quickly. We'll check on Adams over at first. Oh, Roos wanted that call. And you can hear the Dumont crowd down in front of us. So Dumont took over the grandstand here. So you're going to hear what they think of every call and situation. They do not like that one. 1-2. Outside corner, and he doesn't get the call there. Now Roos, a little stare down action here. And Jordan stomping around the mound there as Thielen's worked it back to 2-2. 2 outs, runner on first. Roos trying to work his way out of it again. Swung out and missed. Roos gets out of it. And Dumont maintains a 2-1 lead heading to the bottom of the fourth.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Hey, good crowd on hand from the Richmond Royals as well. Again, you're going to hear the vocals from Dumont as they took over the grandstand here, which I guess means you just get here first. Kind of filter in and get your spots, but Richmond with a nice crowd over toward their dugout. Well attended once again, the state tournament. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Bell Field in Faribault, game number 2 of 3. There was some schedule scrambling going on as we started just about 50 minutes late in our opening game here. And at one time, they also had Waconia, who was rained out last night, slated to play here later today, but upon further review, the board decided to bring another field into play. So a couple games now shifted over to Waconia. And that left us back to our 3-game schedule. And as mentioned, operating about an hour behind. And it'll be Eli Larson, the second baseman, leading things off in the fourth inning for Dumont. He singled and was tagged out at third. And an RBI single from Carson Modal. Larson trying to take the extra base, but was cut down. Now 1-1 count. Luke Jokla back out for his fourth inning. Through 6 hits. Jokla surrendered, and of course the 2 runs. Richmond got 1 back in the solo home run from Justin Schrader. And Larson just chops that one into left field. That's just putting the bat on the ball. He's on for the second time, and a leadoff single for the Saints.
Next up for the Saints, the left fielder, Carson Modal.
Carson Modal now comes to the plate. As mentioned, Carson with that RBI single back in the second inning. Now looking to bunt. Good job to get it out there, but Jokla, the throw is high. He is safe. So Jokla did a great job as a lefty. His momentum was taking him to the other side of the mound. So all around, great play up until the pitch to first. Jokla, I think, just rushed it a little bit. And it was high. So now, with that error, It's runners on first and second with nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup, James Paul. Single and a fly out. He's looking to bunt, but that one's inside, 1-0. It's the bunt down. Joker will have another opportunity here. Has to go to first. This time gets to set and throw instead of the pitch. So the play is made. The sacrifice from Paul. Runners now at second and third with one out. Again, Dumont threatening. Every inning now for the Saints. And we do have a draftee up and throwing right now on the mound, bullpen mound. As Jordan Roos is up, right back to Jokla. How about that? Wow. Makes the quick decision to throw out Roos at first. He did look back Larson. Modal was halfway to third. If anyone had been near the bag, they could have maybe tried to pick him off, but Jokla makes the smart play, as that one got back to him quickly. So how about that? So Jokla, despite the error, comes back with two really nice defensive plays here. And two outs now. It's Matt Thielen, who has a double and reached on an error. Well, they intentionally walk him. So now we've got bases loaded for Big Eric Deal. The veteran with a chance here. Singled his last time up. They're juiced, two outs. Jokla's delivery is high and outside, 1-0. You know, we got a little switcheroo here on base coaches and whatnot as well. As the on-deck man, Trent Besselin, was coaching third. He's like, hey, man, I got to get my warm-up swings in. As the pitch to Deal on the 1-0 count is low. And by the way, James Paul is now coaching third. 2-0 pitch right down the middle, 2-1. And Deal kind of shaking that one off, thought maybe it was a bit high. A little tasty there, so tough to lay off. And outside, 3-1. Deal telling Jokel, you got to come in. That one right back to Jokel. He's got another opportunity. Can take his time. The throw to first. And he works out of the bases loaded jam. It remains a 2-1 ball game after 4 from Belfield in Faribault.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted.
When Jackson Timbers, they started back down, then came that rumble way down in the ground, and smoke and gas belched out of that mine. Everybody knew it was the end of the line. Big Johnson.
A lot of action in the fourth inning here at Belfield. Top half, it was Richmond cutting the lead in half with Justin Schrader's solo home run. In the fourth, or the bottom of the fourth inning, Dumont loads the bases. Luke Jokla works his way out of it. Jokla had an active fielding inning off the mound. Had an error on a sac bunt opportunity. So contributing to the Saints loading the bases, but then makes a couple of really nice defensive plays. And works his way out of it. So we head to the top of the fifth, still 2-1 the score here. We're going to get Adam Baucus to lead things off for Richmond. Adam, sack bunt, first time up.
From the fifth inning here at Field in Faribault, leading off, shortstop Adam Baucus.
Baucus, 256 average coming in. Take strike one from Roos. One pitch, foul back. Well, 7 hits thus far for the Saints, so they've nibbled away at Jokela. But he has worked his way out of it a couple times. That one is fisted behind the plate. And Lampe gave it a go, but cannot get there in time. So 1-2 the count. Reaching and poking that one to the right side. Count remains 1-2. And again he hangs. That one off speed, knocked to the left side. Thielen trying to make another great defensive play, but he can't get there in time. So good at bat, shaping up here for Baucus. Again, don't have the pitch counts up here, but Roos has only given up 3 hits to Richmond. He's had to work for it, including this at bat against Baucus. 1-2 the count. Try it again. Sky high. Roos kind of looked at Lampe, then called him off. So Roos wins the at bat, and we've got one out. Oh, that one jacked to right field. It's going to have a chance, and it is off the base of the wall. So a double for Chase Alshire. So a couple big rips here for Richmond against Jordan Roos. He gave that one a run right to the base of the wall. Alshire's on with a one-out double. So here we go again. And I'll bring up Cameron Miller. Miller's been on twice, by the way. Single and a walk. Both teams doing a good job threatening here and making the pitchers work out of it. Miller calls time. Fourth hit for Richmond was Alshire's double. Running to the flag in center field the breeze we do have here is going right to center. That's where Schrader hit his home run. Elshire jumped all over that pitch from Roos. More toward the right center gap. Miller pokes that one to left side. 0-2 is our count here. Comes right back at him off his foot. This at bat shaping up similar to what we saw with Adam Baucus lead things off here. Whether or not Roos wins the at bat or not, making Roos throw a lot of pitches here are the Royals. Golfs that one. That's going to be a tough play as well. Will it hang? It will. Elshire will not tag. Gazatz hanging with that one out in center field for out number 2.
That is number 22, Cole Schmitz.
Now we're back to Cole Schmitz, number 3 hitter. He is 0 for 2, grounded out and then flew out. A big opportunity here for the number 3 hitter and the catcher for Richmond. One time the hit disparity in the favor of Dumont. It still is 7-4, but Richmond has knocked Roos a little bit here in the last couple frames. Jordan wants that call, so after last inning, here he is talking to the umpire again. Mike Lynch not giving him the time of the day. Jordan actually walked toward the umpire as he came off the mound last inning. So again, at times clearly battling control, but also the home plate umpire a bit. 1-1 to count, 2 outs. Elshire on second. Schmitz at the dish, swings through that pitch, 1-2. Roos going right after him that time. Oh, that one ripped to left. A late break on it, and then it gets past him. Elshire scores easily. Schmitz will rumble into second. We will see what the official scores do here. They're going to have to talk this one over because Carson Bodall out there in left field, he got a late break on it and then came up and tried to make the play, and by the time he got to it, was going down to his knees. And we'll see what the official scores do, but Richmond has tied this thing 2-2. Wow. Official scores have deemed it a hit for Richmond. Goldschmidt's an RBI double. And now it's Sam Holdhouse. 0 for 2 on the day. An opportunity now to put Richmond in front. Pitch from Roos. Outside corner. 1-2 the count quickly on Holthouse. Inside pitch, and it hits him. So now, that'll set up Schrader coming to the plate. And remember what he did last time, a solo blast to center field. So how about this for a situation midway through the game? Richmond has clawed their way back to tie things up. And the DH Schrader with 2 on, 2 outs. Swung on and missed. He wanted that one. Bruce took a bit off of it. And these pitchers have danced in and out of trouble from the first pitch of the game here. Nothing has been easy. Roos trying again here. 2 outs. Facing Schrader. Flies that one to left. And Woodall underneath that one. He squeezes for out number 3. But Richmond strikes. For the tying run, 2-2 the scores. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Folks, this ground crew has done incredible work over the last 2 weekends. Over 2 inches of rain last night, they got the field ready for a 12 o'clock game. Let's hear it for the ground crew. Nice job.
Much deserved round of applause for the grounds crew here as we're halfway through this one. We'll freshen up the field. Mentioned earlier the work they had to do. Try to let this thing dry out a little bit. They had to dig it up on that right-hand side of the batter's box. A lot of work on that part of the field. And a lot of water they had to contend with here. Well, started only 50 minutes late here earlier today. Now game number 2. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jokola back out for another inning of work. Looks sharp. 1-1 the count. The batter, by the way, Trent Beslin, the DH. As mentioned, playing in his final season, works the count to 2-1. So Jokola has worked his way in and out of trouble as Roos for Dumont. That one fouled back, count is 2-2. The last inning, a bases loaded jam, and he made all the defensive plays in that inning as well. And swung on and missed from Beslin. Jokola with the strikeout, 1 out here.
Now playing for the Saints, the catcher Mason Lampy.
Fifth strikeout of the game for Jokola. Mason Lappy, the catcher, will come up now. He flew out his first time up back in the second inning, then a fielder's choice RBI in the third. Lappy swings and misses. 0-2 quickly on the Dumont catcher. Lappy able to hang. Lappy, Carson Modal, as mentioned, flew in this morning from their buddy's wedding in North Dakota. And a 4-seat plane. I don't know how they arranged that exactly, but a little tight for my liking. And here they are. That one is knocked into center field. Nice job of hitting, putting the bat on the ball for Lampy. On base for the first time, a one-out single. So here we go again. That's hit number 8 for Dumont on Jokeless. So familiar territory, both sides here. We're going to get a courtesy runner. Lampy, the catcher. Looks like Ty Peterson coming in to run.
Running at first base, number 21 is Ty Peterson.
And at the dish, Pat Kuzatz walked and struck out. He has scored a run. Scored the first run of the game here. Back in the bottom of the second inning. We like that pitch. Fouls it back to the netting. Bullpen action again for Richmond, so they're going to watch that closely. They've got 2 draftees, Adam Neibauer, Adam Winkles, from the Farming Flames. It's a Farming player that's standing in the bullpen at the ready. Peterson scrambles back to first. Jokel, by the looks of it, has a pretty good move. Obviously, the advantage of being a lefty. As that one knocked to Buddy at second. He's got to go to first, and it's not in time. So that ball did not pick up any speed on the infield at all, and that is one thing. It's a wet infield. At least it took on a lot of rain, so it's soft at the very least. Just didn't pick up any speed, Buddy. By the time he got to it, he was out showing off some speed. So an infield single for him, and just like that, it's Dumont threatening once again. Eli Larson to short. Great play, and then the backhand for the double play. Wow. Bacchus dove for the first out and then quickly got rid of it with a sensational play. Buddy waiting for him at second with a DP, and Richmond gets out of another jam. After 5, we're knotted at 2 at Belfield in Faribault.
Folks, just so you know, nobody has picked up that black iPhone. So, a black iPhone was found along the third base foul line in the stands, of course. And it is at the concession stand for Pop and Water. Black iPhone. Pick up if you lost it.
So Dumont threatens again in the 5th inning as we now move on to the 6th. Richmond carrying a little momentum here In the latter half of this contest, they were able to tie things up in the top half with 2 doubles. And then Dumont threatening first and second with 1 out, but Baucus at short dove to his right, made a phenomenal play, and from the dirt, flicked it. And it wasn't a short flick either. He's made a phenomenal play to second base to double for the double play to get out of the jam. Now it's Richmond going after Jordan Roos again. And that one's skied to right to the out. And that was Kyle Buddy was on the receiving end at second base, so that great double play effort. Flying out to right for out number 1. It's Dusty Adams' turn. Round out at a fielder's choice. 5 hits on the day for Richmond, but they made him count. Solo home run, 2 doubles last inning. Dumont, by the way, now 9 hits, so they've piled up the hits on Jokla. Only 2 runs to show for it. 1-2 the count quickly on Adams. One thing we have not seen yet is a quick half inning. Both teams, multiple threats. Deep pitch counts. 0-2 pitch. Right in there. I'll tell you what, Roos not wasting any time right now. We're going right after Adams. 3 pitches and a strikeout. 2 outs now for Carter Thielen. Thielen walked in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th. Thielen, the center fielder. We've got Thielens and Thielens. They spell it different. Carter, T-H-E-L-E-N. And Matt, third baseman for Dumont. Spells it more like you would see Thielen called, but also pronounces it Thielen. 2-0 on Thielen for Richmond. Now 3-0. So we've seen this from Roos here today. He pumps that one in for strike number 1. These two years in a row now playing a tight game. Strike number 2, full count. Last year they met the first round. Richmond had to earn their way to their rematch against Dumont, who received the first round bye. Full count pitch. Scored to the right side. Dumont, a tremendous season. Orlando Ducks swept region action along with Clinton from their region in the state tourney. Richmond took second in their league. Got Hinckley last week, and strike number 3, Roos knew it. He didn't even give it a look, started trotting to the dugout. So he battled back from being down 3-0. And Roos makes quick work of Richmond at the top of the 6th, still 2-2 our score. Roos makes quick work of the Royals lineup in the top of the 6th. Seen multiple threats on both sides. 2-2 our score heading to the bottom half, and number 9 hitter Carson Modal to lead us off. The Dumont Saints, Carson singled in the 2nd inning, reached on an error in the 4th, so he's been on twice. Always a plus from your number 9 hitter, but again, Dumont is nibbled away. They've got 9 hits on starter Luke Jokla here. Richmond also charged with 2 errors to this point. But they've had plenty of chances as that one is knocked to right, and it will drop for a single. So Modal at it again. Not bad for spending yesterday at your good buddy's wedding in North Dakota. Somehow, some way making it here on that small plane, and it looks like Blaine Athman may want to make a pitching change here, and he will. He's going to go to the pen and bring in one of the Farming Flames. And we'll take a break and introduce our new pitcher, 2-2, as Jokla exits here at the bottom of the 6th inning.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
5 innings, faced 27 batters, scattered 10 hits, allowed 2 runs. Of course, the runner on first is his. 2 bases on balls and 5 strikeouts. Nice outing for Luke Jokla.
New pitcher for Richmond is Farming Flames draftee Adam Neibauer. We do have stats on Adam. Good year in limited action from what we've got here. Pitched in 3 games, 2-0 with a 1.23 ERA, the righty. And he is welcomed to the game by a sharp rip from leadoff hitter James Paul, the veteran. Rips one into left. So now, with Modal moving to second, we've got first and second with nobody out, and here goes Dumont again, threatening. How many times can Richmond work their way out of these jams? So first and second for Jordan Roos. Roos, the manager, so he's over talking right now to James Paul.
Next up for the Saints, the batter is
That's called multitasking in today's world, I guess. Player managing. Jordan's pitching. One of their top hitters. He's got to manage situations here, and he's up in a big spot. Facing the new pitcher, Farming Flames righty Adam Neibauer. And Roos apparently telling James Paul that he's going to bunt. Pulled back on that one, called strike 1. Travis Bestlin over at, or Trent Bestlin, excuse me, over at third with the sign. So obviously Trent helping with the managerial duties. When not batting in that one, he's going to reach the backstop. A high pitch is off of the glove of Cole Schmitz, and the runners move up. So that'll change things for Roos. Ball to second, and now Modal at third. So again, second and third, and nobody out. Not foreign territory to where Dumont has been, but can they cash in here and retake the lead? Roos at the dish, 1-1 is the count. Would assume he will no longer be bunting infield in. Jordan will call a timeout. Bruce, by the way, is 1 for 3, singled back in the third inning. That one in the dirt, so 2-1 the count. We saw a drafted pitcher come into our first game as well. Fortunately, you know, these guys get drafted, you know you're probably coming into a tough situation. And that one ripped to the right side and through. 2 runs will score. Bruce will pull in at 1. Well, the throw's going to come home, and it's a good one. Schmitz does not have the ball. Bruce scurries down to second. Wow. So a good throw out there from Cameron Miller. They had a shot at it, and Schmitz did not have the ball when he made the tag. So Roos gets a single, 2 RBI. And again, scurries down to second on the drop ball. And Dumont strikes for 2 runs, retaking the lead. And now they're going to walk Thielen again. So Matt Thielen, back-to-back intentional walks for him in his turn through the lineup. So that'll force at 3 of the bases with nobody out. And it's Eric Deal coming up in another big spot. Single, a strikeout, a ground out for Eric. Inside pitch, 1-0. So Dumont with a big opportunity here. And again, they've knocked on the door a couple times. Scoreboard says 1 out. I believe there's nobody out. As that one ripped to second, they'll have an opportunity here. Buddy, wow. Good turn. And the double play. So now it's 2 outs with Roos moving down to third. Quick turn there, Buddy to Baucus. Those two playing some good defense out there. And we've got a pinch hitter, I think. What's Jake Ulick, the right fielder, stepping into his spot here. Being DH'd for. Jake Ulick. Stepping in. We had seen Trent Besselin in this spot, again, as the DH, but they're going to let Jake bat here. Roos standing on third, 2 runs already in. Richmond trying to limit the damage here. As draftee Neinbauer from Farming delivers a ball, 1-0. Ball 2. Schmitz slowly walks toward the ball, staring down Roos over at third. So 2-0 count, 2 outs. Roos standing on third. Dumont looking to tack on at least another run here. That one's low, 3-0. So 3-0 pitch. And that's strike 1, 3-1. Ulick keeps the bat on the shoulder the entire time and draws the walk. First and third now, runners on the corners with 2 outs. We don't have a batter yet. Mason Lampy was taking off the catcher's gear.
The catcher, Mason Lampy.
Lampy singled his last time up. Mason kept those shin guards on, always trying to just cut down on having to do that if you're a catcher. He steps into the golden opportunity here. Neinbauer delivers. Pitch over the plate, fouled to the backstop.
Short to it, Mace, short to it.
Nighbauer tries to get Lampe to fish. Oh, and now we've got Ulick way off a second. So what do we have here? Schmitz tells Nighbauer, a dangerous throw there as well. So Roos is now going to try to dance off third, and here he goes. Throw comes home. Nighbauer can't handle it. The aggressive play from Dumont, excuse me, works as Ulick ends up back at first. So Roos, the manager, pulling a fast one there. And the Saints now lead it 5-2. And Ulick still drawing attention over there. So the scoreboard says 6-2, I believe. Now on Sky to right. Miller's got to track this one. It's still going back and it's down. Ulick's a good runner. He'll score easily. And into second is Lampe. It's now 6-2. It appears we do not have a score bug. So 6-2 on the double from Lampe. And Pat Kuzat's coming up. Pitch to Kuzatz, and the first pitch hits it. Pat goes down to first. And now Eli Larson comes up. There's still 2 outs, by the way. So runners now at first and second. And Blaine Athman, the manager for Richmond, will come fetch Nighbauer. And he's going to turn to the next Farming Flame draftee, Adam Winkles, the lefty, coming in from the bullpen. 6-2 our score. Dumont taking control here in the bottom of the 6th.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
Third pitcher on for Richmond. Adam Wickless. Another right-hander from the Farming Flames. And I do not have his season stats. But right now, Coach Blaine Athman's just hoping he can come in and extinguish things a little bit here. Dumont exploded for 4 runs here in the 6th. And this is the 9th batter now for Dumont in the inning. It's Eli Larson. Larson's got 2 singles in this contest. So again, number 8 hitter, a dangerous hitter. Takes strike 1 from Winkles. Winkles throwing a little gas out there, out of the pen. Quickly 0-2 on Larson. A lot of game obviously left to play here. Let's see how Dumont does it on the other end. Jordan Roos, their ace. Only surrendered 5 hits, but Richmond has definitely made him work out there. Yes, Matt Thielen, the regular third baseman, would be next in line, according to Jordan, when I chatted with him this week. Jordan his pitch count has to be pretty high. As Larson swings and misses, so Winkles comes in and gets out of the jam, out number 3, but Dumont strikes for 4 runs, take a 6-2 lead heading to the 7th inning.
After 6 complete innings, score 6-2.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
I believe it's in Memphis. The Webster Sox and Monticello Polecats are tied 1-1 in the 4th inning. And in Meadsville, in the 5th inning, Delano leads Wilmer 4-0. And I think we still have an iPhone that's looking for a hole. Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Royals, the shortstop Adam Baucus.
So after a lengthy bottom of the 6th inning, Jordan Roos back out. Pitched the 7th for Dumont, but Jordan was plenty active in that inning. A 4-run bottom of the 6th for the Saints. Started the inning with 3 hits, including a 2 RBI single by Roos to put the Saints back up 4-2. At that point, Roos then forced the action. The runner was at first, Roos standing on third. Olick, the runner at first, drew a throw. Roos then broke for home. Would have been out, but the throw could not be handled, so it was 5-2 at that point. And then Mason Lampe with an RBI double to cap the scoring. And a great play at short. JP, James Paul, the veteran, for out number 1. It was Adam Baucus, by the way. The number 9 hitter for out number 1. So back to the top of the lineup, Chase Alshire. He doubled his last time up and scored. Or the tying run at that point. This time goes to the left-hand side. He's got some jump off his bat. Speaking of getting a jump, what a job out there by Carson Modal. We saw him get a poor jump earlier, which led to an RBI double. But that time he saw it off the bat well and then runs it down. So Roos, who worked quickly his last inning, got in and out pretty quick. Doing the same here, 2 quick outs. And Cameron Miller, the right fielder for Richmond, comes up. Cameron walked, or hit a single in the first, then walked in the third. Flew out his last time up in the 5th. Roos, one right after him here, 0-1 the count. They're going to test Paul again. And JP equal to the task. Another quick inning for Roos. And Dumont in control with a 6-2 lead.
Everybody up for baseball's national anthem. Stretch dive, folks. Everybody now. I'll give you another chance for that. One, two, 3 strikes, you're out. Folks, just a reminder, immediately following this game, we'll have a player of the game announcement down on the field. Stick around for that. And then, of course, we've got Watertown Red Devils and the Cold Spring Rockies coming up after that. Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning, and left fielding catch, Carson Modal.
Bottom of the 7th, Dumont looking to pick up where they left off, and Carson Modal started things as 9 batters went to the plate for the Saints in the 6th. And Modal got things started with a single. Now facing a different pitcher. Arming Flames draftee Adam Winkles out for his 2nd inning of action here. 13 hits now for the Saints. See a little more velocity provided from Winkles here, the righty, and Buddy's throw off the mark. That'll be an E4, 3rd error for Richmond here. Not at all what Richmond wants to see at this point in the game.
For the Saints, the batter is James Hall.
James Paul back to the top of the lineup. As mentioned, 3 hits to start the frame for the Saints. So he singled and later scored last inning as well. And he rips that one, the hardest hit ball maybe we've seen today. Way foul. 1-1 the count. James with 2 hits here. Mentioned it a few times, but his final season of amateur ball. 10 years with the Saints, 20 years overall in his career. That one swung on and missed, 1-2. Second of 3 games here today. Watertown Red Devils looking to continue their momentum from last year's state title game run, and of course, the strike 3 called on Paul. So Winkles has looked good here. And coming in relief, Jordan Roos will come to the plate now. Mentioned Jordan with that eventful 6th inning. But before we get to that, Watertown, yeah, they're here. So are the Cold Spring Rockies. Should be a great game. Cap us off here tonight. And Roos lays down the bunt. Winkles gets there, fires to first. Nice play. A sack from Roos. 2 outs now. Moving down to second is Modal. Roos, that last inning, 2 RBI single. Eventually he made his way to third. Maybe look at this. The Dumont crowd is fired up as they have completely taken the bat out of Matt Thielen's hands. 3 straight intentional walks now. So, a lot of it is situational. They've got the stat sheet, they know. So let's just face Deal instead, but the middle infield has been pretty good here for the most part. So I think with that open base, why not? Winkles being careful here. Two 2-0 the count. Again, 2 outs. Winkles has pitched well since coming in. Just an error and an intentional walk leading to the base runners. That one low for ball 3. Pitch, fouled back. All right, full count. Winkles has worked his way back into this one. Outside corner, strike 3. And Winkles is out of it. We head to the 8th. 6-2, Dumont.
Dumont at the bottom of the 7th. No runs on no hits. There was 1 Richmond error, 2 left on base. After 7 complete innings, 6-2. That inning of play brought to you by Max Bat, the official bat of the Minnesota Baseball Association.
manager, ace of the staff, one of the top hitters, doing it all here for Dumont. Trying to get the Saints back into the Sweet 16 for the second year in a row. And a 6-2 advantage now. Again, Dumont got 4 runs, 6th inning. So far, the difference is Cole Schmitz puts one on it. That's got a chance. It's deep, and it is gone. So Cole Schmitz lines it up, and the second solo home run of the day for the Richmond Royals. That's the deficit in half. Well, they're saying 377 on that rip. It looked good off the bat. Schmitz now 2 for 4. He's knocked in 2 of the 3 runs for Richmond. Roos getting touched up right away here in the 8th inning. And now ripped to the gap in right center. This is Holthouse, and it's gone. Back-to-back jacks for the Royals. They're feeling it right back into this one, 6-4. That was more the line drive variety. See everybody out of the dugout for Richmond. They're feeling this one, and now Roos steps way behind the mound. He'll call a meeting of the minds here. Remember, again, Jordan, also the manager. So what is he thinking here? As he's got another big stick, and Justin Schrader coming up next. Schrader hit the first home run. 3 solo shots now for Richmond. And there is Thielen looking like he's going to run to the dugout maybe for a glove change. And Jordan did mention that would be who he would put in the game. So obviously Jordan was thinking about it there pretty hard. For the moment has decided to stay in the contest. So Thielen, he said, hey, get back to third. Let me see what we have here. Again, Bruce has thrown a lot of pitches. He's given up 7 hits and 3 of them home runs. So kind of ran the gamut here. At times it's been really stingy. At times has worked quick. At times has struggled with control. And other times Richmond's knocking him out of the park. That one swung on and missed. Obviously Schrader feeling it a little bit. Wanted to come up swinging as Roos goes way outside on that pitch. 1-1. Goes right back to that low pitch. Schrader can't lay off, now 1-2. He goes right back to it one more time. Swinging strike 3 for out number 1. Now Kyle Buddy will come up. Buddy has a hit and 3 at-bats thus far. Pumps in strike number 1. Going too quickly now on Buddy. We're just not wasting any time here. Going right after him with another swinging strike 3. So back-to-back Ks now after the back-to-back jacks. Dumont feeling a little bit better about this inning. Dusty Adams will come to the dish. He is 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout. Outside corner, not there. One the count. Tries the outside corner again, now 2-1. Slappy towards short. Paul up with it, makes the throw over. Roos rallies to get three straight outs after the two straight home runs. And after 7.5, it remains 6-4 Dumont.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Moving to the bottom of the 8th here at Belfield in Faribault. Dumont with a 6-4 advantage. Richmond getting a little frisky in the top of the 8th. Back-to-back home runs from Schmitz and Holthouse. And then Jordan Roos working his way out of it. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And will allow the Saints to hold on to their lead. So back and forth we continue to go against these familiar foes. Mentioned they played last year in the first round. Titan Dumont 4-3 victory. Jake Ulick will come up for the second time in this game. Starting right fielder, they DH for him initially. But batted his last time up, drew a walk, and then became a pest on the base paths. As Jordan Roos was standing on third, Ulick slowly just walked off first, eventually did draw the throw over, and then Roos went home. And it was a good throw, but it just couldn't be corralled, so Roos was safe at the plate. Aggressive baseball. What might even be looming is a huge run in this contest for Dumont. So 1-1 our score. Adam Winkles for his third inning. That's a dribbler to third. Ulick runs good, well, and he's out, though. What a play. What a play over there by Alshire. That was close. Ulick runs well, but Alshire comes up, a bare hand. Good stretch at first base, and we've got one out for Mason Lampy. Lampy's got 2 hits and an RBI in this contest. Inside pitch, 2-0. Winkles definitely upping the velocity on the mound here. Jokel had a little oomph behind his pitches, but Winkles comes in throwing gas. Now 2-1 the count. Jordan Roos, much more of a control pitcher on Dumont's side. We'll see if he comes out for the 9th inning or not. We've got action in the bullpen for the Saints. There's that outside corner coming into play. 2-2 the count.
Both ways now, Blue. That is outside. Remember that spot. Both ways.
Local Dumont fans below us. Roos has been frustrated at times trying to hit the corners. Lampy swings through, strike 3. Now Pat Kuzantz comes to the plate. He has been active. He walked back in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 3rd, hit a single in the 5th, and was hit by a pitch in the 6th. On base 3 times so far. Nice pitch from Winkles. Good movement on that one. Quickly has an 0-2 count here on Kuzats. One and two now. And the winner will play Stark on Friday in Dundas. Ripped past Buddy at second. Kuzats continues his hot day at the plate. Another hit for him. 2-out single. And Eli Larson will try to keep things going. Eli's got a couple hits as well in this contest. Eli struck out. He did face Winkles back in the 6th inning. Winkles got him swinging, so 14 hits now for Dumont in this contest. But the dichotomy, if you look at it, 14 hits, 6 runs. Richmond sitting on 7 hits, but 4 runs because 3 of those hits were solo homers. Good pitch. Winkles. Larson didn't like it, but so 0-2 the count now on Eli. Right back to Winkles, who vacuums it up, tosses to first. A fairly clean inning, and we are through 8. Dumont will look to close things out as we head to the top of the 9th at Bell Field.
Defensive do-si-do for the Dumont Saints. Third baseman, Matt Thielen, now pitching. Pitcher, Jordan Roos, now playing third base.
We're in the 9th inning. The Dumont Saints trying to close things out and move on to the round of 16. A 6-4 advantage over Richmond. We do have a pitching change. It is Matt Thielen moving over from third to the mound. And then Jordan Roos pitched 8 innings.
4 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts.
Getting his line right now, so just listening. Jordan Roos moves back over to third. He gets a good round of applause here. 8 innings. 4 runs, did strike out 6, 7 hits. So Jordan doing what he does as the ace of the staff, but now they turn to the closer, so to speak, Matt Thielen. Matt, impressive numbers, by the way. 9 games, he's got a 5-1 record. His ERA, 0.92. So we'll see if Thielen ramps things up from a velocity standpoint. He faces the bottom of the order to start things off here, Carter Thielen. So the Thielen versus Thielen matchup that we've been waiting for here. Again, they spell their names different. They both pronounce it Thielen. So Carter is 0 for 3, or 0 for 2, excuse me, with 2 strikeouts and a walk. And the Dumont faithful getting a little restless here. 2-0 count on Carter. Matt delivers, and that's going to be 3-0. See Jordan pacing over there at third. Thinking the one thing we have to do here is throw strikes. And it's low. 4 pitches, and Carter Thielen is on base with a walk. Adam Baucus now into the batter's box. Adam, a sac bunt back in the 3rd, flew out in the 5th, and grounded out in the 7th. No time. So Thielen struggling to find the strike zone. There it is. 1-1 to count. The Bronx cheers from the Dumont crowd. And Baucus swats at that one, now 1-2. Off-speed pitch that time from Thielen. Good hang by Baucus. Count remains 1-2. Got nobody out. Baucus is the tying run at the plate. Carter Thielen standing on first. The lineup turns back over. Chase Alshire on deck. Two count now.
One more, Manny. Here we go now. What's it, kid? Here we are.
And strike 3 call. Baucus does not like that call. The Dumont crowd fired up. So Thielen. Yeah, Thielen paints the corner there. So 1 out. And Chase Alshire coming to the plate. Chase ripped a big double back in the 5th, later scored. 1 for 4 thus so far. Seen Richmond big flight here 3 times in this contest. And there is strike 1. Off speed there from Thielen. He's got Alshire in the hole now, 0-2. Time called here. Again, 1 out, 1 on. Tying run at the dish. Alshire down 0-2. Delivery from Thielen is outside. And it's now 1-2. Thielen, the starting 3rd baseman. Coming in to try to close this thing out for the Saints. Quick check on Carter Thielen over at first. That one to first, smothered by Deal. Great play by Larson on the backside. Oh, they're going to say he was pulled off the bag. So all around that was tough. Once Deal went down and it got through, Larson doing a great job covering on the backside. But the throw to the covering Thielen pulls him off the base. And let's see what they call here. But after all of that, we've got runners on. It is an error, by the way. Well, Larson's throw. So now it's Cameron Miller. The go-ahead run at the dish. Tying run at first. One out. And Miller rips one to center field. Tracking it down is Kuzatz. Tagging and moving up to third is Thielen. So Carter Thielen moves to third. Miller with a sac fly. More importantly to Dumont, there are 2 outs. And it's Cole Schmitz. And now Jordan Roos wants to talk things over here. You got Cole Schmitz coming up. His last 2 trips up, an RBI double and a solo home run. So now do you walk him? And then you have Holthouse. Oh, we're gonna talk things over here. Or maybe it's just a matter of Roos maybe giving Thielen a couple pointers on how to pitch to him, having faced him 4 times here today. Gonna have a courtesy runner, so a lot going on here. And the Richmond courtesy runner, Brennan O'Brien.
Running at first base for Richmond, number 34 is Brennan O'Brien.
A big spot here for Schmitz. That pitch inside gets away from Lampy, and it's Carter Thielen in to score. And just like that, the Royals back within a run, 6-5 now. Moving down to second is Alshire. And the tying run now on second base. I want to know the count after that pitch on Schmitz. Swung on and missed. Thielen takes a little off of that one. So 1-1 now the count. One pitch from Thielen, swung on, it's nubbed towards center field. Is it going to drop? It is. The tying run coming in, the throw to the plate. It gets through, and he is safe. Alshire comes home, or actually it's the pinch runner O'Brien comes home, and he gets under the tag from Lampy, and we're tied 6-all. Unbelievable. Looking at the replay, it does look like he got in under the tag. A tremendous play in center field from Kuzatz to one-hop it to the mound, and it was right on the money. But O'Brien, the courtesy runner, able to score from second. Wow. So Schmitz comes through with an RBI single.
First baseman, Sam Holthouse.
Get comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. Now a 6-6 game in the top of the ninth. Thielen trying for that outside corner as Holthouse with a golden opportunity here. Holthouse started 0 for 2, then hit by a pitch in the 5th, and of course that solo home run last inning. The Richmond rally continues. Goes back to the outside corner. And again, just off the mark, 2-0. Curves that one in there, 2-1 now. And now it's just a matter of trying to get out of this thing. Richmond is up their hit total to 8 now. There's the outside corner. 2-2 the count. And that throw to the plate. Gazats looked like he was going to be out. He got in just under the tag. Can you imagine? That's the way things would have ended. Instead, it's 6-6 and we play on. Holdhouse reaches for that one. It's not going to be an easy play. And it's going out and making it is Paul in short left field. So Thielen gets out of it. 2 runs in. Remember, an error in the inning, played large. And we will see what Dumont can do in the bottom of the ninth. 6-6 our score, live from Bell Field in Faribault.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Six our score. Richmond rallies, 2 runs in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. Cole Schmidt's RBI double. RBI single, rather. Brennan O'Brien was on second. The courtesy runner scores just under the tag of Mason Lampley. Tie things up 6-all. It's the bottom of the order. Again, facing Adam Winkles, the draftee from Farming. He came in the 6th. And now tasked with continuing to hold down this Dumont lineup. The number 9 hitter, Carson Modal. Sees the first pitch, taken for a strike. Modal in a quick hole here as he fouls that one. Now 0-2 the count. Oh-2 pitch. Swung out and missed, strike 3. Winkles continues to look solid here. He mows down Modal. And we go back to the top of the lineup, and James Paul. Shortstop's played some great defense here. He's got 2 singles on the day. His team needs him to rally now. Winkles seems to have found another gear here. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Bottom 9. An extra inning game earlier over in Dundas. Isanti outlasting Brownton in that one. And Dumont just not able to hold down Richmond the last couple innings. And they now need a spark. Trying to rally in the late innings here. 2-1 pitch. She is taken for a strike, 2-2. Oh, Winkle's trying to get him to chase. So the count is full. Obviously, Dumont, that winning run on, no matter how they do it. So the full count pitch coming. Ball able to hang. Jordan Roos, now the third baseman, standing on deck. Oh, and he slaps that one. That was an outside pitch. Winkles pounces on it off of the mound. The throw over to first. An easy out, number 2. And Paul with a good at bat, but ends up being out number 2 nonetheless. And now it is Roos. Richard Roos has been active. Got 2 singles, 2 RBI, sac fly here at the plate. Also a big run scored for Dumont. Also pitched 8 innings on the mound. 2 outs here. Roos takes strike 1 from Wickles. Luke Jokla that started for Richmond, the former bull rider. To Farming Flames draftees. First it was Adam Neibauer, now Adam Winkles. And Winkles came in that 6th inning when Dumont scored 4 runs. So he has settled in nicely. 1-1 pitch outside. Now 3-1 the count. Roos can get on an interesting situation. Matt Thielen has been walked 3 times intentionally. And that is strike 2. Count is full. Before that, in the first inning, Matt hit a double, then reached on an error, and hit 3 straight intentional base on balls. So Theory would get an opportunity here. And the pitch is low. He will get an opportunity as Roos rumbles down to first. It's tough for Jordan to take that pitch, but knowing Thielen's coming up, and obviously you don't want to put that winning run on second, so that's going to force them to finally pitch to Thielen. And Matt, who took over as pitcher after playing stellar third base, will get an opportunity to swing the bat here at a big opportunity. Roos takes the lead at first. 2 outs, 6-6 our score. Matt a little eager there. Check swing, but it's called strike 1. Ooh, good inside pitch from Wickles. That thing was enticing, and it just disappeared. He's got Matt in a hole now, 0-2. Has to get Matt chasing that one on the outside corner. 1-2 now on Thielen.
Trust your hand. Trust your hand. Come on, Matty.
goes to that outside corner again. Thielen keeps the bat on the shoulder. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Jordan Roos on first, representing the winning run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Dumont had the game in hand, a 6-2 lead after 6. 6-2 lead after 7. Richmond rallying. 2 runs in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. 2-2 pitch. Out to the left side. Thielen barely hangs on. That pitch on the outside corner, too close to take. Good bat speed there. Stay alive. Count remains 2-2. Swung on and missed. Winkles with another strikeout, and we are headed to the 10th inning. 6-6, brand new ball game. Don't go anywhere. Belfield in Faribault, another classic game here, the second round of the Class C tournament.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Class B, Champlain Park beat the Moorhead Brewers 13-8. Also in Class B, Blaine Fusion 8, Dundas Dukes 4. In Class C action, Delano 5, Wilmer 0. And Webster and Monticello are tied 1-1 in the 8th inning.
We move on to the 10th inning here in Faribault. And it's Justin Schrader leading things off for Richmond. Schrader, solo jack back in the 4th inning. His lone hit thus far facing Matt Thielen. Thielen in for his 2nd inning in relief. After Justin Roos piled up, or Jordan Roos, excuse me, piled up the pitch count, but hung in there for 8 innings. Left with a 6-2 lead, 6-4 lead. Before handing it over to Thielen. Richmond, I guess if you're looking for a term to use today, scrappy. They've been scrappy. Pair of runs in the 4th and 5th, and 2 more in the 8th and 9th. 3 solo home runs. And Schrader can't lay off that low pitch there. So 2-1 the count now to Schrader. 1-2 rather. Swung on and missed. Thielen, nice off-speed pitch. Schrader goes down swinging for out number 1. Kyle Buddy's turn now.
Next up, second baseman Kyle Buddy.
1 hit today and 4 at bats. Single coming back in the 4th inning. Let's see if Thielen settles in a little bit here. And if he does, the way Winkles is pitching, we could be here for a long time. Winkles for Richmond entered the 6th. He's been locked tight. And now Thielen jumps all over Buddy. 0-2 the count. Working quickly, pumping him in there. Well, that one curves in, and it has a chance to get to the gap. Oh, drifting over and making the play is Carson Modal, and Modal then has to jump over center fielder Matt Kuzatz. So Modal looking good out there. Last half of this game in left field. Wow. That's a tough play. And now it's Dusty Adams, left fielder for Richmond, coming up. Dusty is 0 for 4 in this contest. Thielen goes right after him. Good pitch. Wow, Thielen is not messing around. The 2nd inning in relief. Two pitch that might find its way through. Larson cuts it off, has to make a tough throw. And now it skips away from Deal, but does not go out of play. So Dusty Adams, legs out, we'll assume will be a single. So 2-out single for Adams. And then I'll bring up Carter Thielen. He was a pest last time. He walked and later scored. And that pass ball to make it 6-5 at that point. Getting things started in that furious 9th inning rally. Thought he rips that one to left. Moldall's looking at it. Big wall over there. Knocks it off of the wall. Scurrying on to third is Adams. And Thielen's pumped up. Carter Thielen rips a double off of Matt Thielen. And Richmond trying to put together a 2-out rally here. Now runners at 2nd and 3rd for the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Adam Baucus. We got Baucus still looking for his first hit. And Matt Thielen jumped all over that pitch. High wall in left field over there. Imagine he hits that. You can see exactly where it hit off the wall, but nearly the 4th home run of the game for Richmond. So now it's Baucus' turn after Thielen cruised through the first 2 hitters. And a pitch outside for ball 1. No, that one does get out of play. 1-1 the count. Mentioned Baucus, big spot here, looking for his first hit. Had a great defensive play earlier in this contest. Ball 2. We got Dusty Adams. They're not holding him at third. Roos obviously playing for the out. Adams is way down the line if anything gets past Lampley. And that is a pitch low in the zone. It's now 3-1. Dumont crowd getting restless. Leadoff hitter Chase Alshire standing on deck. 2 outs, 2 on. Time called at the plate. Thielen in a tough spot here. 3-1 pitch coming. And there is strike 2. Full count on Baucus. Again, first base is open right now. Well, and Baucus forced to hang on that one. Kind of half-hearted swing, but he got the barrel on it. Count remains 3-2. Swung on and missed. Thielen gets out of the jam. Now the crowd festive now as we are in the 10th inning, the bottom of the 10th to be exact. Dumont, one time led this game 2-0, then they led 6-2. Here they are in the bottom of the 10th. They'd love to walk Richmond off and beat the Royals for the second year in a row. Richmond has been scrappy. They've battled back a couple times in this game. They've turned it over to Adam Winkles, kicking him in the 6th inning, and he has been awesome on the mound. The draftee from the Farming Flames. Faces 4, 5, 6 in the order. Eric Deal, the first baseman, will lead us off. Big Eric had a single back in the 3rd inning. Mentioned Deal, his 25th season for the Dumont Saints, and this will be his final year. In a big moment here, 1-0 count. When he came in on him there, a Deal a little late on it. They're going to have a play, and wow, it drops in the middle of all three. And Alshire, Winkles, and Schmitz all in the area. So Deal, new life now, 1-1 the count. Would recap exactly how we got here, but it would take me about 2 full innings. So 2-run rally for Richmond at the top of the 9th, forcing extra innings. Winkles pitches low, 2-1. Winkles, the 3rd pitcher for Richmond. Ojokla started. Farming draftee Adam Neibauer came in and was relieved by Winkles in the 6th. 2-1 pitch, Deal to center field, and it is tracked down in center. What a play out there by Carter Thielen. Wow, it looked like Carter had a read on that one right away. Now, keep in mind, Dalton Thielen is their starting center fielder and their leadoff batter. He's playing wide receiver for Gustavus, so he can't be here. But Carter doing a pretty good job out there in tracking down that big fly off the bat of Eric Deal. So 1 down. Jake Ulick, first pitch, grounds it to Buddy at second, and it skims off the glove of Sam Holthouse. So that's going to be, I don't know where they're going to put the error here. Was it Buddy's throw, maybe? Oh, and for Dumont, they have a runner in scoring position as Ulick's awarded second base as that ball goes out of play. So the error is on Holthouse. And Ulick, the pesky base runner's on second, the winning run for Mason Lampley, the catcher. Lampley's got 2 hits. He'd love to pick up a third here. 1 out. Ulick on with the error at first. Pitch hits the corner, 0-1. Couple looks back from Winkles, so Lampy calls a time at the plate. 0-1 to count, 1 out. Ulick the winning run on second base. He's there due to an error. The ball skimmed off the glove. Sam Holthouse at first. Well, that one came in and Lampley flailed at it the last second. Now down 0-2 in the count. See Mason shaking his head. Long day for Mason. I mentioned him and Carson Moldahl flew in this morning from their buddy's wedding up in North Dakota. And how do you fly into Faribault? Well, it's got to be a very small plane. Let's put it that way. 0-2 pitch up coming from Winkles. It's in the dirt. Good job sticking with it for Schmitz. 1-2 now the count. Swung on and missed. Winkles gets him to chase. What a humongous strikeout for Adam. Now to bring up Pat Kazatz. Pat, again, he's been active here. A walk, a hit by a pitch, and 2 singles for Pat. He's been on base 4 times. Blaine Athman, the manager for Richmond, out to talk things over here with Schmitz and Winkles. So Pat is last time up, singles. Those last 3 at bats, a single, hit by pitch, and a single. So the hottest batter in the lineup for Dumont up in a huge situation. Now 2 outs. Jake Ulick at second. He's the winning run. If Dumont can push him across, otherwise we go to the 11th. Winkles, long look. Second, no timeout called. And the pitch is a strike. Checking out Ulick dancing off second. Good pitch to swing out there.
Only takes one, Patrick. Only takes one.
Kazan spoils it. So it's now an 0-2 count on Pat. Two strikes on Kazatz. Winkles, another long look at Ulick, delivers. Outside pitch taken for ball 1. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Schmitz smothers it. Now 2-2 on Kuzats. Eli Larson on deck. Should he get up? Eli with 2 hits in this game as well. They came much earlier in this contest. He'd love to get off the schneid here, but he'd also love to see his teammate Kuzats single in the winning run here. 2-2. Pitch is taken for ball 3. So Pat has worked the count full. Full count, 2 outs. Again, first base is open. Winkles, another long look, now steps off. I think at this point, with a full count and 2 outs, probably want to go after the hitter as much as possible. You look, making them think about it. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Winkles wiggles out of the jam, and we are headed to the 11th inning in Belfield in Fairmount. 6-6, our score deep into extra innings.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Top of the 11th inning, leading off for Richmond, Chase Elshire.
Chase Elshire leading things off here in the 11th inning for Richmond. Still facing Matt Thielen. Took over in the 9th inning and almost hits Elshire, ball 1. Elshire is the leadoff batter. Inside pitch taken for strike 1. Chase reached on an error and scored in the 9th inning. Also has a double and scored in this game as well. Rips that one toward Larson at second. Scoop and throw, 1 out. Cameron Miller now comes to the plate. Cameron, single and a walk to start things off. Since then, he's flown out, grounded out, and had a sacrifice fly. And again, first pitch from Thielen is way inside. 1-0 the count. Winter plays Stark Friday in Dundas. Stark, very athletic, team, a good mix of experience on the state am level, but also enough youth to bring some of that athletic ability to the plate every game. And 2-1 the count now on Cameron Miller. Miller spoils that one at the dish. He's not happy with himself. 2-2 the count. Thielen keeping the timing off there. Count remains 2-2. Two-two pitch, sprayed into left field. So Miller is on with 1 out. See if that can spark Richmond here with Cole Schmitz coming up. So Cole Schmitz, his last 3 at-bats, an RBI double in the 5th, a solo home run in the 8th, and then a single in the 9th inning. That single, by the way, also an RBI, allowed O'Brien, the courtesy runner, to score under that tag, but he gets way under that one. That one out of play, 0-1 the count. Way out in front. He took something off of that one. Schmitz wanted to put his team in the lead here. We're at 0-2 now. Again, Cameron Miller on first base. Go ahead run. Here, a 1-out single to left. Yeah. I'm going to call a balk here. So Miller, now the go-ahead run on second base. Thielen try to regroup here. An 0-2 count on Cole Schmitz at the dish. Oh man, he jumped on that curveball. And way out. So still 0-2. Miller dancing off second. Schmitz cannot hold up, and it's strike 3. 2 outs for Thielen now. And it'll be Sam Holthouse's turn. Now remember, Holthouse also had a home run, part of that back-to-back jacks back in the 8th inning. Jordan Roos, player manager, coming off third there, discussing things a bit. Maybe on how to pitch him here. Again, Roos with the first 8 innings. So we saw the lineup 3 times. Enticing pitch there. Somehow Holthouse doesn't swing. And the Dumont crowd getting fired up down there. 1-0 the count. count now. Pitch is low, 2-1 the count. Old House, 2-1 count here. And pitch outside, 3-1 now. Old House showing great patience at the plate here. 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4. First and second. 2 outs and another big stick. And Justin Schrader, he's got a solo home run. That coming back in the 4th inning. He has struck out his last 2 at bats, though. We'll see how they decide to attack him. Inside pitch. And Schrader can't lay off, 0-1. Ooh, that one a high and outside. Schrader thought about it, but holds up. So 1-1 the count. Way outside, 2-1. Now Thielen battling control a little bit here. See Richmond doing their best to stay in the moment here and stay patient at the plate, forcing him to throw strikes. Way inside, ball gets away, runners will move up. Now 2 runners in scoring position and a 3-1 count on Schrader. Pitch inside. Bases loaded. Back-to-back walks now. And still 2 out for Kyle Buddy.
The batter is Kyle Buddy.
Sixth batter to come to the plate here. Gonna have a meeting at the mound. As Buddy has 1 hit, a single back in the 4th inning. Meeting on the mound is over. We've got a single, a balk, and 2 walks. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kyle Buddy, the second baseman. And he sees strike 1 from Thielen. Swung on toward the middle. Paul is there, and he takes it to second for the out. Richmond leaves them loaded in the 11th inning, similar to, we saw a lot of stranded base runners for Dumont in this game early on in this contest, allowing Richmond to kind of stick around. But a recap at Richmond was down 6-2. After the 6th inning, they rallied for 2 runs in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, the forced extra innings. And Richmond leaving bases loaded. They'll continue to lean on Adam Winkles, the draftee from Farming, who came in the 6th inning. And he's been stellar for Richmond. As we move on to the 11th, he will face the bottom of the lineup, but it'll be Eli Larson and Carson Modal. We're turning things back over to the top of the lineup. James Paul. Eli looking to get off the schneid here. He singled at his first 2 at-bats, then hit into a double play, struck out and grounded out. We play late into the afternoon, nearly the early evening here. We started 50 minutes late due to weather, and now deep into extra innings here as Larson slashes one towards short. Baucus is there to grab it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Carson Modal now on. Carson right back up the middle and snagged by Winkles. Modal cannot believe it. Wow. So 2 pitches here for Winkles, 2 quick outs. And James Paul, the leadoff hitter, comes up. Back to the top of the lineup here. James has 2 singles in this contest. He scored 1 run. And he takes strike 1 from Winkles. The pitch is high, 1-1. So the Watertown Red Devils and Cold Spring Rockies have the pitch is slapped towards short. Baucus up with it. Throw claw across the infield for out number 3. A quick inning for Winkles. And we head to the 12th inning. And as I was saying, Watertown and Cold Spring, they've been here for a couple hours already. Trying to wait it out. Get on the field for our 3rd game action here in Belfield in Faribault. We're going to step aside for a quick break. Be back with 12th inning action after this.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Well, we're in the 12th inning, so this is, I can't go any more than 12 on our scoreboard. So you're gonna see 12 no matter how many innings we go. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Matt Thielen now in for his 4th inning of work for Dumont. His first pitch to Dusty Adams inside. Dusty singled back in the 10th inning. Two inside pitches, and it's 2-0. Thielen and Roos don't give up much. So Richmond showing a lot here. They've got 6 runs against these two guys. Getting 3 home runs in this contest, all solo shots. Had a couple interesting tidbits. Three home runs, all solo. 2-1 pitch is low, 3-1. In the meantime, Dumont has left a ton of runners on base. At one count, 4 extra innings, they'd left 15 on base in regulation, so to speak. Richmond left the bases loaded in the 11th inning. 3-1 pitch, ripped toward the right side. Deal smothers it and beats him to the bag for out number 1. Carter Thielen comes up. He's been a spark plug. A walk and a run scored in the 9th. He doubled in the 10th inning. And Matt Thielen versus Carter Thielen once again. Matt drops in strike number 1. Make that strike number 2. Make that strike number 3. 3-pitch strikeout. And 2 quick outs for Matt Thielen. Now faces Adam Baucus. Baucus has struck out the last 2 times up, looking in the 9th, swinging in the 10th. Oh, wow, that one came way in on it. Ends up being a really nice bounce. What a throw by Thielen. And now it's Baucus taking advantage of the situation, as they're going to have to call an error on Thielen. I mean, he just tried to make a play as he was slipping. So we've seen that a couple times in the infield here today. The guys are slipping. I don't even know how Baucus got that bunt down. That was way inside, but dropped a good one. Go ahead run. Now on second. And Chase Alshire back to the plate. Alshire grounded out to start things off in the 11th, and they're actually going to intentionally walk him. We've seen that plenty of times here today. Matt Thielen, the guy on the mound, has been intentionally walked 3 times, and now Alshire is intentionally walked to create a force now. And Cameron Miller will come up. So a lot of base runners, a lot of batters coming to plate for Richmond here in extra innings. Miller singled his last time up, and he tries to get it through the middle here again. Larson gets there, though. The scoop, and he is out with the footwork from shortstop James Paul. Wow. So Larson able to get to that one. And James Paul had to grab it awkwardly, but shows off the quick feet to get the force. And we head to the bottom of the 12th, still knotted, 6 apiece.
for you. This is on the Beer Cave beer counter. All right, we've resorted to mathematicians at MIT, and we have based this on scientific calculations of beer multipliers based on distance traveled. Richmond is the beer counter of 273. Dumont, 354.
A couple other scores in the Class C bracket. Of course, we had Stark with a 7-3 victory. Our first game here. And over the Bemidji Blue Hawks, Delano has moved on with a win over Wilmer, 5-0 there. And Webster is pulling away from Monticello, 5-1 lead late in that game. Asante beat Brownton in extra innings earlier, and we are in the bottom of the 12th inning here. And it's Jordan Roos leading things off, the second hitter in the lineup. Catch you up here on Jordan's day. Got a couple hits, a walk, 2 RBIs. Down 0-1 as Adam Winkles back out there as he has since the 6th inning. That one comes across high, 1-1 the count. Obviously pitching depth being pushed here on both sides. That pitch inside, 2-1. Winkles, the third pitcher of the game for Richmond. He's been awesome. Completely kept Dumont at bay here. And that one fisted to left. It's going to get down for a hit. And Roos singles to left. Winning run on, nobody out. And now it's Matt Thielen time. Matt with that double way back in the first inning. 3 straight intentional walks, so he hadn't had a chance to swing the bat in a while. He struck out in the 9th inning against Winkleman, up in a huge spot here. Roos on first. He's a crafty base runner, to say the least. Thielen knew he liked that one, but a little bit low. Drives it into the ground. On deck is Eric Deal.
Trust your hands, 7, get a pitch.
One pitch, showing bunt, pulls it back, 2-0, or 1-1 now the count. So Thielen, obviously, Dumont just trying to put more pressure on Winkleman. We'll see if he shows bunt again. He does, and he cannot lay it down, so 1-2 the count now. One-two pitch in the dirt, and Roos ran right away. He read that one perfectly. He rounds second, takes a long look at it. And Schmitz slowly walks back toward home plate. The winning run now on second. 2-2 count now on Thielen. He said Roos is not Usain Bolt out there, but he is crafty. We saw that action they put into play. He scored from third way earlier in this contest. And there he read that one perfectly. Winkleman gives him a look. 2-2 delivery is low. Count is full. Could Winkleman, how much does he have left in the tank here? Time called. We'll count nobody out. With Roos down to second. That one skied to left. Roos is going to keep an eye on it. I don't think he'll be able to tag here. Catch is made, throw comes in. So good at bat from Thielen. And the runner does move down to second if you look at it through that lens. Dumont's still in a good position here. Now one out and Roos at second. Now Eric Deal gets the intentional base on balls. I don't know, now you're facing Jake Ulick.
Next up, the batter is Jake Ulick.
Jake, who they started the game in right and he was DH for, came in, walked, scored a run, grounded out, then reached on an error. So he's been a little pesky for them in this lineup as well. First and second, one out. First pitch, low, and outside, 1-0. Jake slaps that one to second. Buddy's over there. Throw to first is out. Both runners move up. So now the winning run is on third. However, there are 2 outs. We'll see if Mason Lampe, there's a decision here. An open base. What do you do here?
The batter is the catcher, Mason Lampe.
So Lampe struck out the last 2 times up, but he singled and doubled, has an RBI in this game. So, but you also have your hottest hitter in the lineup, and Kuzat's on deck. So the decision as of right now is to pitch to Lampe. Second and third, 2 outs. And he slips it into right. That will do it. Dumont, the walk-off in 12, moves on to play start. Dumont outlasts a game Richmond squad in the second year in a row. They take out the Royals with a 1-run victory. This one goes 12 innings, ladies and gentlemen, 12 innings. And a round of applause for both teams. What a game. Dumont moves on to the second round, so we can recap it as much as we possibly can. Some of the highlights, Richmond with 3 solo home runs in this contest. Dumont had a 6-2 lead, only to see Richmond rally. 2 runs in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. Forcing extra innings. Matt Thielen gets the win on the mound in relief. Great job by Adam Winkles from Farming to come in, the draftee. Came in the 6th inning, he hung in there. But Dumont finally able to break through a 2-out single by Mason Lampe. Drives home Jordan Roos, the player manager, Jordan, who pitched 8 innings in this contest, by the way, and a 7-6 victory for the Dumont Saints. They move on in the bracket. As mentioned, they will play the Stark Longhorns on Friday at 7:30 in Dundas. We'll, of course, have that game for you right here on NSPN.TV. Hey, we've got one more here in Belfield. Coming up, it's Watertown. Red Hot Red Devils taking on a really good Cold Spring Rockies team. You don't want to miss it. We'll step away now. Be sure to stick with us and join us for our nightcapper here at Belfield in Faribault. For Greg Wilford on camera, I'm Eric Murphy.